It's a PlayStation-centric daily fix today. I'm Stella Chung, and in today's fix, we've got more games coming to the PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra tiers. A former PlayStation exclusive title is jumping to Xbox, and the devs of a popular survival game just confirmed there are no plans to bring it to PlayStation. It's your daily fix. This morning, Sony revealed the lineup of new games coming to the premium and extra tiers of PlayStation Plus. The list is substantial, so we'll only focus on a few highlights here. First up on the list is the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, which includes Uncharted 4: A Thief's End and the follow-up, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Both titles were released for the PS4 back in 2016 and 2017 respectively, but this collection remasters both with enhanced visuals and a better frame rate. Chia is a new adventure game set on an archipelago inspired by the real-life islands of New Caledonia in the South Pacific. Sony describes the game as a, quote, heartfelt adventure where you meet characters inspired by New Caledonian cultures. You play as a young girl named Chia who has the ability to soul jump and take control of any object or animal you find. So, like existential GTA. Final Fantasy Type 0 is an action RPG that was originally released for the PlayStation Portable way back in 2011. It has since received an HD remaster for the PS4 and Xbox One. Fans of Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII will dig the fast-paced real-time battles. The game is also part of Square Enix's Fabula Nova Crystallis sub-brand of Final Fantasy games, which includes Final Fantasy XIII, Final Fantasy XV, and the mobile games Final Fantasy Agito and Final Fantasy Awakening. Street Fighter V Championship Edition is the most complete version of Street Fighter V, which brings the roster up to 40 characters and adds more costumes, stages, and more. It's the perfect way to practice your Hadoukens and Hurricane kicks before the newest entry, Street Fighter VI: Sonic booms its way into consoles in June. For you adrenaline junkies that just want to blow shit up, Rage 2 is a first-person shooter that's basically post-apocalyptic open-world Doom. IGN gave the game an 8 when it released back in 2019, so if you slept on this one, take it for a spin. For a different first-person flavor, there's Ghostwire Tokyo from Tango Gameworks. Instead of blasting away enemies with a gun, you use paranormal abilities to defeat spirits running amok in modern-day Tokyo. Ghostwire Tokyo was originally a PS5 exclusive, but that's likely to change since its publisher Bethesda was acquired by Microsoft. We'll have more on that in just a sec. That's just a small selection of the games coming to the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium catalog this month. There's also Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Untitled Goose Game, Immortals Phoenix Rising, Rainbow Six Extraction, Neo: The World Ends With You, and a few classic PS1 games like 8th Academy 2, Siphon Filter, Dark Mirror, and Ridge Racer Type 4. What new additions to the PlayStation Plus catalog are you going to try? And honestly, what classic PS1 titles do you want to see added? I'm rooting for Dino Crisis. If Capcom won't give us a remake like they're going to do with Resident Evil, might as well let us play the original. As I hinted at a moment ago, Ghostwire Tokyo is no longer a PlayStation exclusive. Tango Gameworks will be releasing the game on Xbox Series X and S and Game Pass on April 12th. This shouldn't come as a surprise considering the game's publisher Bethesda is now a Microsoft subsidiary. This also might add fuel to Sony's argument against the Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard, that Sony will lose exclusivity or even be shut out completely from other developers' games. In any case, it would not be surprising if Ghostwire is the last Bethesda game we see released on PlayStation. But fear not, PlayStation-owning Ghostwire fans, a free update is coming to the game the same time it hits Xbox, and the update will be available on all platforms. The Spider's Thread update will include a new game mode, extended story cutscenes, new areas, and more. The Spider's Thread mode puts the player through a gauntlet of 30 stages selected from 120 handcrafted levels. New areas of Tokyo will open up like a middle school area, and each new place will have extra missions and mysteries to uncover. And along with new areas come new enemies like the Invisible, Silent Gaze, and Retribution. And while we're on the subject of console exclusives, don't hold your breath for fan-favorite survival game Valheim to make it onto the PlayStation 5. Via the Xbox Expansion Pass podcast, Valheim dev Iron Gate Studios said they don't have any plans to port the game over to PlayStation. However, senior developer Jonathan Smars said, quote, currently we're only looking at Xbox, but you never know. The game arrived on Windows and Linux 2 years ago, but the Xbox ports were worked out between Microsoft and publisher Coffee Stain. It's entirely possible the game could make it to the PS5 or even Nintendo Switch, but that's evidently not a priority for the devs right now. We loved the game even back in its early access form, giving it a 9 and saying the game, quote, generates endless exciting stories from only a few simple ingredients. And those are your stories for today, March 15th, 2023. Are you diving back into Ghostwire Tokyo to check out the free update? Let me know in the comments. And if you're looking for something else to watch, check out our IGN First coverage of Remnant 2. And if you're a PlayStation fan, check out IGN's weekly PlayStation show Beyond. I'm Stella, and I'll see you in the next one.